You're listening to Gig Talk on KMI Studios. Now here's your host, Tim Kostas.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Gig Talk here on KMI Studios. Today we are very pleased to have with us the wonderful Keith Burkhart.
How you doing?
See, the audience likes you.
Yes.
It worked. So how you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, Tim. How are you doing?
Good.
Wonderful.
Why don't we start off by telling people a little bit about where you started musically, how you got into music and things like that.
Well, I mean, if you want to go all the way back to childhood, it
Most people
piano.
do.
It was piano first. A general love of music, and Mom noticed my ear. But I took 4 years of piano, and then it gave way to basketball. But around 13, I picked up a guitar. First song, first 3 songs were in D, so it made it kind of easy. But from there, I've just been playing ever since. I still play piano. I marched trombone 3 years and snare 1 year in high school. So
My son played trombone. It was like one of the things, and it's a weird side little story, is that he wanted to be in the middle school band or something, and he had to pick an instrument. And the reason he picked trombone was because there was a Looney Tunes episode where Daffy Duck is trying to tame the Tasmanian devil. I don't know if you've ever remembered.
Oh, yeah.
You remember seeing it?
He's luring him like the Pied Piper in a way with music.
He tries bagpipes and it pisses him off.
Yeah.
And then he gets a trombone, and the trombone slide, I guess, goes up in a tree or whatever. Yeah. And he always thought that was funny. So then when he had to pick an instrument, that's the reason he picked trombone.
How about that? Oh, well, okay.
I'm sure you had a better reason to pick trombone. Or
I just kind of liked it. I probably would have really liked saxophone if I would have picked that up, but I just didn't choose it at the time when I was 11.
I feel like then, didn't a lot of people want to play saxophone back when they were kids and things? I don't know if it was different or whatever, but it's I feel like, well, that's not available. So you can play this, and this. Maybe trumpet even more back then.
I was going to say trumpet. I think there were more kids signing up for trumpet than saxophone.
Yeah. But so you kind of went from doing that. I mean, did you play in bands when you were younger, or did you
first real band, I guess, and there were a couple of other bands with my buddies, but I think probably the first band was called Radio Drive, and then another band soon after that was called Bad Habit, and that was a Southern rock band.
Yep.
Some people will probably remember it, but we played places, not a whole lot, but we, it was cool. It was a great.
Did you guys write your own songs, or did you do?
No, it was complete. It was a cover tune band, but it was exclusively Southern rock. So 38 Special and
it was the things of that time period.
Yep. Man, it was great. Yep. But and then after that, I went to college. I went to UNCC for a while in ECU, and didn't get my music degree. I think my classical guitar skills were just behind my academics. I was about ready to be done with college, but my classical guitar, it was still about a year and a half behind, so I put it off, and it's still put off.
Yeah.
But
what did you go to school for? Did you go to school for music?
I was music major.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And it was cool. I enjoyed it, and it taught me a whole lot about how to use my hands and work them in the right way. Sure. I don't know that it was necessary for my writing, but it certainly was for my technique. It helped clean up my hands, and I don't play with tension, kind of like I did before.
Yeah, yep.
You're just not aware of it.
It's interesting because there was a thing back when I lived in Boston. Berkeley's there and things like that, and I don't know. It was just these ragtag band guys that used to play out, and we'd play out a lot and things like that. That every once in a while be like, "Oh, do you know that guy went to Berkeley? That's in some other band." And for whatever reason, we were just punks. We were just like, yeah, F that guy. Who cares about Berkeley and this and that? It's like, it's like, so what if he knows all this other stuff?
Oh, yeah. All that theory. Not that that's going to come in handy.
No. Not, I guess, when we were playing covers and doing things like that. It's just like, hey, man, can you shred? Can you do this? Can you do whatever? Who cares about theory? What are you playing? I don't even know.
Yeah. Can you play that Randy Rhoads lick, man?
Yeah, I can do that. Can you? But yeah, can you? That I always get off on these tangents because I have more stories than anybody else that comes on here. But I played with a guy one time who was a big Eddie Van Halen like nut. Like he just was like Eddie Van Halen was the greatest thing, and he could play like a lot of every solo, everything. Like he knew it like note for note. But he just sat in a room somewhere and learned note for note these things. He had the worst timing of any musician I've ever played with.
Oh man, no
he could
meter. No
yeah,
meter?
he didn't listen to the rest of the band. It's like, it's time to do this solo or whatever, and it's just like, whatever. It's like, we're over here right now.
It's so painful. It is.
It was
I've
hard.
Been there. It's so
I
painful.
like these guys so much, and I was just like, that's when I became a bass player. I started off as a guitar player for years and years, and then somebody said, hey, you have a bass, right? I'm like, yeah, because everybody has one in their studio, even if they're a guitar player. And, we're doing this gig. Will you come over and play? So I'm playing, E, G, whatever. And then, but I did fall in love with it. And then I said, okay, I'm going to put the guitar aside and learn how to play bass like a bass player. But I played in the band with that guy, and it was so hard,
man.
When he was just always in his own world. It's like, it goes like this or whatever. It's like, yeah, but you got to kind of blend that in with the rest of us too.
So if you're a professional, I see it, that should be kind of in line, but it reminds me of working as a worship leader in the last 15 years. And I discovered, what it's like to work with volunteers.
Yeah.
And so there's a whole lot of things you have to consider. People will get their feelings hurt in a sec.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you're a pro, you got to learn meter. You got to get out. If you can't do it, just get out your metronome and bite the bullet. You might want to bash it with a hammer and go buy another one. They're not that expensive, but that's the ticket. That's what helped me as well, to be able to listen to that and stay in time. It kind of enables you to say, okay, let's pretend the drummer and the bass player are the metronome. Just listen to them. And, it's really that simple. But it takes practice, I guess.
Yeah,
some more than others.
Yeah, there's that. As a bass player, connecting with the right drummer for me has always been like, there's guys that's like, even if it's clinically right, sometimes then it's missing the feel part of it. It's like, and I played with a couple of guys that I just loved playing with them because I always used to say this. I could smell when he was going to the freaking crash. Like I could tell exactly. I knew his style of things even within what you're playing. And it's like, didn't have to look at him. I'm going to slide down here, and I know right when I get here, he's going to be right there with me. And it was an awesome thing. And obviously the timing part of that is an important piece of it, but it's also then you don't want to lose the feel part of it too.
Right.
And just like, boy, you guys are joined to the hip. And then you look as a team you look at the guitar players and singers and like, hey, we were freaking where we were supposed to be. You guys make sure, we never changed this. We do this exactly the same way. You guys going to need to feel these different pieces.
Yeah, rhythm section is so important. A good solid in-pocket playing rhythm section. Yeah, it's hard to come by sometimes.
Yep. So did you decide you wanted to just go down the road of being like a solo artist? I mean, is being in a band not a thing that you wanted to do? Or
while I was in school, I was in a band called Mother Nature, and we did some recordings, some really good stuff. I wasn't the main writer. I wrote one song, but it was, it's promising.
Yep.
But after that, I decided, I think I'll just do solo, and I only have one ego to deal with.
Yeah.
So
there are those
mine.
other parts of it. Yeah.
And then I have to, of course, work with people out there and try to get booked, and they have egos, so that's enough.
Yeah, I know, right? You don't need it from 15 different places. And then scheduling. I mean, scheduling is a huge thing with any band that I've ever been in, where it's like, I got down to a trio at one point, which at least that's 3 schedules instead of 5 or whatever. But it's still, well, I'm going on vacation, but we really should be playing this place or doing whatever. Now it's like, at least you can work your own things around. Like, hey, I really want to do this one. Tell your girl, we're going to move our vacation just 1 week and see how that goes over.
Oh, boy. I don't think that's going to go over.
Yeah, well, some of us are luckier than others, I guess.
Yes.
I have pulled that one off a few times, and I'm married to an amazing woman. I'm looking at your baby right now. That is very supportive of things like that. But
Me too. I got lucky this second time. I tell you.
there you go. We're both lucky men. That's it. But yeah, just the scheduling thing and things like that too. And how do you find and I kind of already know the inside answer to this, but how do you find the booking situation around this area lately? I mean, are you really pounding the pavement? Do you have opportunities that are return opportunities and things like that, and you just kind of work off of those?
For me, transitioning from solo to a trio, which was KB Groove, which if you listen to the collection with Too Much and Living the Dream, that was the trio.
Oh, okay.
But so transitioning to that and then trying to go back to solo, there were some venues I kind of went by the wayside. I tried to get back. But in general, I don't know that the business is any harder than it was. Maybe it is a little bit. I think it pays a little bit better, but I don't know that evens out when you consider how much the cost of living is. So,
yeah, right.
But it is a little better. Sometimes they're hard to come by. Sometimes I think people, generally want a very professional kind of promotional package.
Sure.
I do the best I can. I didn't always. I don't think I've been into the studio but a couple of times through my career and laid down tracks for a promotion. I just try to do it live.
Right.
And I think sometimes people are offended by that, which they really shouldn't be if they have the kind of aptitude that's necessary to be able to assess what I'm doing.
Well, exactly. I mean, this is the thing. It's like we want to see, and the way, like, I guess we know it from the inside. Anybody can go to the studio, and after 72 takes, they can go and do that certain thing.
Yeah.
But can you do that live in front of my customers?
Yeah,
so,
see,
I mean,
you don't know whether or not this cat went in and laid down his guitar part first, and then threw the vocal over the top, which for some people might be better.
Exactly.
You don't, and then when he puts it together, you might not get what you think you.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
yeah, I mean,
I try to do videos for promotion.
Yeah,
so people know.
We've been doing. I think we talked about it before. We've been starting our on location series and things where we go out to the venues and we are recording people live. And people have we've done 2 of these so far, and we got a 3rd one on the books. But people are already using these things as their promotional videos, even though it's like our gig talk show or whatever, because it's a good representation of you in a venue, crowd reaction. We do interviews with the crowd and things like that with the fans, and it gives them a chance to see, like, wow, this is what this guy is like on the spot, unedited. This is unedited. This is what it really looks like. And I've done videos for years of bands that in that format, but I mean, now we do like 3 camera shots and things like that. But it's the best way. It's the best resume thing for people.
Sure.
Just like see you playing live, and that's, I mean, anything else is like, well, sure, yeah, you did that in the studio. You did this, and this, but what's it like when you really go out there and do it? And there are people that have put things together that aren't representative of what they can really do.
Oh yeah, just trying to get the gig, man.
Yeah.
And I get that, but
where do you like to play? I mean, I know you do the vineyard thing a bit.
Vineyards are nice. I do a vineyard in Welcome. It's called Weather Vane, and then there's one out in between Raids and Tyro, North Carolina, called Kerr and Alexander. And there's a couple others. I don't know what my favorite is. I like that kind of gig because people come and they sit and sip and they're into the music.
Sure.
Other places, you're more background.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's levels of the whole thing where
that's kind of...
There's the sports bar, which I've told the story a million times about. You think they're cheering for you and they're just watching a game or something like that.
I've been there. JP Looney's and Greensboro.
You know what I mean? It's like, wow, they're into it. Oh, no. Somebody just scored somewhere.
Score.
But, the brewery thing, I think, has become a better opportunity just because they do have the money. Mm-hmm. It's like printing money, I mean, in the brewery business. And they do a lot of times have the room and they have things like that. And so, I mean, most of the people that we work with and we talk to and whatever doing the brewery thing has been definitely something that's moving forward. And the good news for around here, when I moved here originally in 2010, and didn't seem like there was as many places to go and play, and now there's a brewery on every corner because it's popped up in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I mean that just makes there be more opportunities and things like that.
Well, and Bull City and Lexington, that was a good place for the band. But I still play Sophie's Cork and Ale in Lexington.
My wife was just talking about that place. She's like,
oh, it's cool.
We are definitely going there. It's on her.
I'll be there
list.
next month, and it's just a great venue, and people are listening, and I don't know, it's just a nice setting. It's probably my favorite.
We should plan to do on location for you at Sophie's Cork and Ale.
Oh, they would love it. John would love that for sure. Yeah.
Well, we'll do this off the air, but I think we need to schedule that because I think that'd be great.
Absolutely.
And then you can have some videos and things too for promotional things. It'd be great.
Yeah, it's a nice stage too. It's not too high, and the background's nice. The setting is pretty.
And you're going to do that solo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I have done some duo stuff. There's a couple of guys out there who want to get together. It's just a matter of finding the time.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm just enjoying playing solo and keeping it simple and enjoying my wife and my kids who are now grown.
Yeah.
And that's nice too. When your kids are grown, you love them, but when they're grown, oh God.
I can see you when I want to see
nice.
you, not like when I have to see you. That's it. It's great.
No. Maybe it's not like that, but it's sometimes it's good not to have the same set of growing pain issues.
Sure.
What's going on now? Get another phone call.
Yeah.
We're very happy though. Staley and I are happy, and
that's great.
In Lexington,
that's great.
We finally settled. We moved about 3 years ago too, from Welcome, but we did it because of the housing market change.
Sure.
And we just looked at the bottom line. I said, "Phew, I guess do we want to turn the other way?"
Yeah.
So we moved, and we're happy.
Yeah.
It was a good move. It was the right thing.
When I first moved here from Boston, I went to Kannapolis, and that was 2010, and they were saying, well, this is going to be a destination place and whatever. I'm like, come on, guys, especially coming from Boston.
Maybe a commuter town?
Yeah, I don't, but they've built it up. So I think so many people have fled Charlotte, and like, especially a lot of the yuppie type people or whatever, and they needed a place to go. It's not that far away. And they've really built the city up, and there's a lot going on there now. So it's
real estate's probably cheaper too than Matthews or Cornelius or
right.
Some of those.
Yeah. For now, but I mean, and they're building like crazy there. So
wow.
Yeah, it's a kind of an up and coming place, and I do like it still, but it's definitely changing every time we go there. But on the so also on the music scene, so are you still open to doing like band type things, or you think you're on the solo career for good?
I'm definitely open to being in a band again. I think it's important to be selective, though. The reason the trio didn't work out is solely because those guys are 20 years younger than me.
Wow. Yeah.
and I knew it would happen, but I needed them to get the tracks down. I needed them to make this that particular project work and happen.
Yeah.
But they both have small children. One guy's got one of those gentlemen, David. He has 3 children now, and so their jobs, their life, their kids, and it just you can't promote original music unless you have full commitment from everybody, and they couldn't, and I understood that. So.
Yeah.
But I am definitely interested in being in a band again. It just needs to be right. And if I wait around for it to be right, I might not find it. But you got to take a plunge eventually. But
you never know.
I just need to get together and play with people and see who can, just kind of get that feel and kind of stay in that pocket.
Exactly.
And when it's time to play, the drummer, when it's time to play under the groove,
right?
Play under.
Right.
When it's time to play on top of the groove, on top of the beat. I mean, play on top of it. It just depends on what sort of groove you're playing.
Right.
So that's key. Rhythm section and that, because a lot of what I write is just funky. It's got a groove on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
it's interesting because you talked about being a worship leader and things like that, and that's where one of my first bands I had here really came from, was from church, and it was my son as a singer, and I was playing bass, and there was a guitar player and a drummer, and we were all on the worship team. And we weren't really thinking about making a band to go out and play in the outside world. But I think that the church is a great training ground for band members.
Say that. I was going to say, especially for someone who's the singer.
Sure.
Or has to talk to.
Yep.
Yeah. It helped me because you get up there first year.
Yeah.
And you don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say.
These people everyone's looking at you. It's like playing a wedding or something like that. All eyes are on you. So
I feel like a wedding would almost be easier because there's some stock things. Hey, everybody, give it up for the bride and groom or whatever.
Right.
But you're in a band, and it's like, well, I can't be David Lee Roth because I'd look like a freaking idiot because I'm playing for 12 people, but I can't mumble my way. It's like what it seems to me like it's a hugely hard place to find where you don't look like a douche, but you don't look like, you know what I mean? It's like,
exactly.
It's hard, it's hard stuff.
There's a fine line there between douche and non-douche.
Yeah, and non-douche. It's true. We can say anything we want on the show because it's my show. I'm looking right at you, but the other thing about the church band thing, too, was that commitment level, because, the worship team, our deal was Monday we would get 5 new songs for next Sunday. Thursday we'd have practice. Sunday we do 1 or 2 or 3 services. Yep. And then it'd start all over again.
That's what you get.
And it's over. And so you had to learn songs. The best guys, because I've played with people that are awesome, but they're slow learners. It's like, all right, guys, next week we're going to learn these 3 songs. Come back. Oh, I didn't have time to do that one. Oh, I kind of know this. Did you even look at that one? And things like that. The worship team thing was, and you had music in front of you, but still, you still had to kind of know what it was. And it wasn't like these are songs that are on the radio every day. Well, I guess they are on certain radio stations, but
K-Love.
Yeah, and K-Love, yeah. But there was just the commitment factor and the being able to work together and learn things. And the third piece is pastor comes up and he looks at you and he's like, all right, everybody. And you just knew by this thing, he's going to take it down for a minute and he's going to get up there and talk. Sometimes he gets there. It was never in the plan. So are we hanging on the bridge? Are we just playing these 3 chords? What are we doing? But you learned how to work on the fly and do those kind of things. Sure. And I thought it was really, really good. And when we put that band together with those guys that all came from that thing, man, did we learn songs fast? Did we know when hey, wow, they're really into it. Mm-hmm. You're going to solo 3 times longer than usual or whatever. And it wasn't like, what? Wait a minute. What are you doing? You knew how to feel yourself, the other guys in the band and do the whole thing. And it was awesome. I would recommend to anybody, if you're participate in that kind of church thing, if you want to put a band together, get guys that were church guys. And
and if you got some guys and ladies who are helping you on your worship team who go home and do their homework and show up and do that, and then you have others who don't. Yeah. Others who it takes them longer to learn even. I always try to, select my music around that.
Oh, sure.
I didn't want to give a vocalist Chris Tomlin the same and couldn't couldn't sing high enough and with ladies too. So it was fun to do though. I had a lot of fun being a worship leader and cool. Working with volunteers and
people
that great. It's very rewarding.
It is rewarding because people are there for the right reason too. Right. It isn't about going out and making a buck and things.
And then some come in and they it's about them. There's a couple. But that's
it's been a while, but I kind of forgot about that part. But that is it's like
there's a couple. It's like, but you're right. Mostly for the right reasons.
My wife needs to get a solo this week. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
We're going out of town. Now, I know that some such and such you got this going on, but we're going out of town, and I got to have that music. And I'm sorry if you're on vacation.
There you go. Gosh, there was a year that I was doing the worship. I don't sing, so it's like, but I ran the band part for a church, and there was one year that I was there more than the pastor that year. I think I might have had 1 or 2 weeks off and whatever. I think he had 4 or 5 weeks off, but I was there all the time, and I did love it. And nothing like playing music and doing and serving at the same time. So it's kind of a cool thing.
It's true. It's nice to be gather together in His name, because He shows up and music gets better. Because it's just like it's either church. It's the same thing as playing a venue.
Yep.
When people get involved and they like what you do, then the energy just starts
Absolutely
to build
true.
and it bounces around, and it just gets nice and warm, and it's wonderful. So.
And you have those moments where it's like, wow, I don't even know how that just happened.
Yeah, you get
know
a
what I
chill.
mean?
And
it's
somebody
happened.
in the room is digging it.
Yeah.
Because I got a chill on that one. Somebody's crying on the inside about it. Hit home or something.
Exactly. Love it.
And that's what it's about. Music moves us.
Perfect. Well, this is the time to take a break. I got to take a quick break and do a couple of commercials. We're going to come back, and you're going to actually play a song for us.
Cool. Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful.
So everybody, will see you in a couple seconds here on Gig Talk on KMI Studios.
You're listening to Gig Talk on KMI Studios.
Hello.
Looks like it's time to call Razor Pest Solutions. Our skilled technicians will be there fast, ready to give you peace of mind. Cutting-edge pest control that you can count on. Razor Pest Solutions. Pest, termite, wildlife.
You're listening to Gig Talk on KMI Studios.
Hey, everybody. We're back here on Gig Talk on KMI Studios with Keith Burkhart. Keith is going to do a song for us live here in the studio. Keith, what are you going to do?
This is entitled Living the Dream. It's a stab at country, if you will. I'm not exactly country, but it's kind of folk and country, and a background from Indigo Girls, background from country artists too. So
Fantastic. Yeah. We're looking forward to it. Here's Living the Dream with Keith Burkhart here on Gig Talk on KMI Studios.
Well, my country was made by hard-working hands who didn't have to go to college. Granddaddy lived off the land. Yeah, he learned to drive about 11, was made to work the fields. 7 sets of younger hands putting up meals for the winter. That's living the dream. Can you remember living the dream? Remember living the dream. Living the dream. Yeah, not so long ago, when the kids still run and play, we'll be riding all night up and down Main Street in a well-oiled machine, or hanging down by the water with a beer or 2 or 3. Yeah, 'cause we've had the longest years round here. We laugh and we love and we bleed, yeah. But that's living the dream. Can you remember living the dream? Remember living the dream. Living the dream. Oh, I remember. Oh, it's memories in black and white. It's page after page. 100 years from a simple life that is long and gone away. I still hear Granddaddy's voice as plain as day. Whoa, well, if that's living the dream, out here hoping for better, living the dream for my boys in this weathered world, living the dream. Yeah, so sit down a minute and listen to me, son. We're all okay. It's gonna be alright. Living the dream. Can you remember living the dream? Remember living the dream. Yeah. Oh, I remember. Thank you.
The Love Me Better with my mic on. Man, that was awesome. Fantastic, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
that
you.
sounded so good. Everybody, we're going to be right back. Give us 2 seconds. We'll be back here on Gig Talk.
You're listening to Gig Talk on KMI Studios. You're listening to Gig Talk on KMI Studios.
Hey, everybody, we're back here on Gig Talk. Keith, we want to thank you so much for coming in today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Tim. I appreciate it.
Please let everybody know some of the places you'll be playing coming up soon.
Okay, so usually on Tuesdays, I play a place called Blue Restaurant and Bar in Winston-Salem. But this coming Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo, and I will be over at Peace Haven La Carreta. And they love it over there when someone shows up with a guitar and it's not mariachi music for a change.
Oh, wow.
So it's very receptive to that.
That's great.
I'm looking forward to that. And of course, May 10th, I'm over at Weathervane Winery, and I am cheating with my phone, yes.
No, it's good. Everybody does.
And then on the 30th, I'm at Sophie's Cork and Ale, and that's also in Lexington.
Fantastic. Hopefully we'll do a on location there from Sophie's. That'd be great. We want to see you there.
Love it.
On our way out, folks, we're going to give you another little treat with Keith, and we're going to show you a video he just dropped for his song Too Much. Just came out a couple days ago.
Yep.
So we'll use that as our way out. Keith, thank you again for coming on here.
My pleasure, and it's a privilege. Thank you so much, Tim.
We appreciate it.
Love it.
And we will see you guys next time on Gig Talk.
Too much soul searching, mind grabbing at me from my blind side, like I'm downtrodden and I can't carry on. Too much law breaking, fronting like a fresh cooked mind-driven. Mom and papa's proficient for her pain. Let her soul search it, and you won't lose her affection. Pick up poison, then lay your body down by the sea. I didn't kill devil, Carolina, heaven on earth is free, free, free. He said, I wouldn't turn you away, not on your life. Still deep inside of you, I hear the sound of machines making time to let me through. Yeah. Still deep inside of you. Deep inside, baby. Yeah. I wouldn't turn you away, not on your life. Still deep inside of you. Just hear the sound of machines making time to let me through. Still deep inside of you. Too much. Too much pain.
You're listening to Gig Talk on KMI Studios.